where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? My name's Tony, aka Star Wars Sith, and welcome to another episode of Sith Talk, where we talk Star Wars news, rumors, and coming soons. Today we have on the show Isaac from the Movie Pod YouTube channel. How you doing, Isaac?
What's up, everybody? What's up, Tony? I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good, good.
That's good.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your channel, what your channel focuses on, and where we can find you at.
Yeah, so I host the podcast, the Movie Pod, and me and my co-host, we just talk all things movies, all things TV shows. Star Wars is like the biggest thing we talk about, but we talk about Marvel, DC, Fast and Furious. Every new movie that comes out, we'll review.
Yeah,
Seeing Creed 3 today, so we'll have our review up for that. And yeah,
nice.
we're on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. We are trying to push YouTube at the moment. Just the Movie Pod.
Nice. So for everybody watching and listening, I'm gonna put his information in the description below. Definitely go check him out because this man has videos out every day consistently, man. I love it. Like the consistency, it's like motivating, bro, because you're out all the time, like nonstop.
Yeah, January, we uploaded every single day.
Nice,
I don't know how we did
nice.
it.
Yeah, and that's a lot of work too, man. Editing and everything.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, man. Trust me, I know for
yeah.
sure. All right, so everybody that comes on the show, ask them the same three questions. You ready?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yep. So the first one is, what is your favorite Star Wars movie and why?
Okay, I thought about this before coming on, and
Yeah.
it changes a lot between two of them.
Uh
You
huh.
know, Revenge of the Sith is a masterpiece. It's
Yes.
great. You know, George Lucas, amazing job on that film. Like Anakin turning to Darth Vader. But lately, it's got to be Revenge of the Sith. I'm not. No, no. It's got to be Return of the Jedi.
Nice. Nice.
I love that movie. This whole story. That's the end of the saga for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that ending when Luke's looking over at the Force Ghost. That's my favorite ending
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
all of
man.
film and TV. I love it.
Yeah. No, that's solid. Return of the Jedi is
Yeah.
classic, man. For me, it's Revenge, but like
Mm.
A New Hope is up there for me too, and so's like Return of the Jedi. Like that
Yeah.
movie just never gets old, man. Ever. So the next one is, what's your favorite Star Wars show, either animated or live action, but just there can only be one?
Okay. Everyone loves the Clone Wars. You know, the Clone Wars is peak. If
Yeah.
you don't like, who doesn't like the Clone Wars? I have a massive soft spot for Rebels. Rebels is amazing. I
Oh,
can't wait for the Ahsoka show. Um,
yep.
but it'd be wrong of me if I didn't say Mando right now.
Nice. Yeah. I
I
mean,
say Mando right
Mando's
now.
Mando. Yeah.
It
No, for
is.
sure. Yeah. So for me, it's Clone Wars, but like it's really close with Rebels. Like really, like
Mm,
Rebels is so slept on by so many people, and it drives me
yeah,
crazy because there's like peak arcs, peak content in there, and everybody's in Rebels.
yeah,
So Mando for me though, I know is gonna take the cake as soon as it finishes. Once we get to season 5, 6, like there's gonna be nothing that's gonna touch it. So
yeah,
yeah, it's headed in that direction for sure.
yeah.
So the last one is, who is your favorite character?
Okay, this is a really tough one. I
Oh
love
yeah, it
like
is.
so many Star Wars characters. Um, but I gotta go with Yoda. You know,
Yeah,
Yoda's quote in Empire, "Judge me by my size, do you?" That
yeah.
I'm a short guy, and so
Uh-huh.
Yoda being small and so powerful and wise like inspires me, and so it has to be Yoda.
Nice.
I love Yoda. I love Yoda. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
Luke's up
Yoda.
there,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's up there, but Yoda.
Nice. No, that's a good one for sure. For me, it's Maul. It fluctuates
Mm,
between Maul, Anakin, and Boba, but it's usually like Maul is usually like my top tier, and it's just from like a childhood thing. I
yeah,
remember in like '98 seeing the trailer for the Phantom Menace and seeing Maul and how cool he looked, and then when the dual blade ignited, like back in the late '90s, like that blew my mind. There was barely any internet, like you didn't see things like that. So it was just so cool, and that's always like stick with me till now. So, oh
yeah. I
yeah.
wish I was around back then. It would have been crazy, bro. Watching the
Yeah.
prequels in theaters, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, I still remember where I saw every single prequel. Like because in '99 I was 15. So I saw that in theaters. In 2002, I remember seeing Attack of the Clones in theaters. In 2005, seeing Revenge, the midnight release on Thursday. Because back then, you had to wait till midnight on Thursday for
Mm,
it to be Friday. Not like how it is now. It
yeah,
was different back then. So
that's crazy.
I remember like it was yesterday, man. Just such a time, bro. Such a
Yeah,
time.
that's crazy.
All right. So I got a few articles we'll get into, but bro, we're gonna just talk about the juicy stuff right now. What'd you
Mm.
think of that Mando episode? Let's go Mando
Okay,
talk.
I think it was a good start for season
Yeah.
3. I think it was a recap to get everyone, up to pace, which was okay. But I think it was a good starting point for season 3, and it
Yep.
set up everything that's going to happen this season. And there's so much that has to happen this season. I don't know how they're going to
Oh
do it
yeah.
all in 8 seasons. Now I hope this show's longer. Like I hope they're longer than 40 minutes. I really hope the episodes are. Um,
Yeah.
but the episode was solid. It was nice to catch up to everyone again and just seeing Mando, and Grogu and their entrance at
Yeah.
the start. Oh my god, with the Mando's theme.
So
Oh,
badass. Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
so
man.
good. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Definitely not the best Mandalorian episode, but it was solid, and I
Yep.
think a good start to season 3, and it, kind of covered everything on the ground, and now we get. I think episode 2 is where it really kicks off.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much on the same page as you. I thought it was good, but it wasn't like
Yeah,
good. Cause like the first episode of season 1 and season 2 were just like insane, especially with like the reveals at the end, like left us like, oh my god, shocked. So we didn't get that
yeah,
feeling,
no,
but I still enjoyed it a lot. And then they said the next episode is 42 minutes and it's called The Mines of Mandalore, I believe. And there's people that saw it already, and they said that Bo-Katan is amazing in it. So they
oh
said
bro,
that the next one is they like what people were saying that they think that they're saying this next one is like one of the best episodes of Mando. Period. They're saying from what they've seen so far. So that's kind of promising to hear that. Looking forward to that next week.
yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna. I hope it's like I love dark and gritty Star Wars. Like the Bad Batch
Yes.
episodes of the Empire that are dark and gritty are always the best in my opinion.
Yep.
So
100%.
I hope so. That's
Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in the episode, but my favorite part, and for people who haven't seen Rebels, they're probably like, "Oh, what is that?"
yep.
But when we saw the Purgles, bro,
Oh
that just like I was like, "No, like
yeah,
Dave
bro.
is
Me
doing
too.
this."
I went
Yeah,
crazy. That was a
because
big tease
that's
for Thrawn and Ezra.
yeah, because that's so deep. Because that's tying in
It
Rebels,
is.
Thrawn, and Ezra. Like that's
Mm,
a big deal.
it is.
So
It
yeah,
was
man.
crazy.
Hopefully,
It was so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, hopefully we see more of them or like closer up. If
Mm,
not in the Ahsoka show, we for sure are gonna see it because we'll probably
yeah,
see like them how Ezra and Thrawn ended up wherever they ended up with
yeah. Do
the
like
Purgles.
Rebels in live action. Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy. John and Dave do such a good job at just throwing those little things in there that make us go
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like they should be
No,
leading Star Wars. They really should be.
they should, and I don't understand why they don't give them more or like
I
give them
know,
a trilogy, give them a
I
movie.
know.
Whatever movie they give them will break records like crazy. So
Well, today I was reading on Twitter. I don't know. Freddie Prince Jr. Was on an interview and he said that Dave directed the part in Rogue One when Vader comes on screen, the hallway scene. Freddie Prince Jr.
did
said
he?
he said Dave Filoni directed that scene. It's
No,
crazy. I
the best
know.
scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rogue
What?
One, I Rogue One's a good movie. I find like
Yeah,
the first half of it boring, but the second half is it's so fun. The second half, there's so much
yeah.
happening. So if that's true, Dave directed that scene. He needs to be directing a movie. I don't know when. I don't. I hope Mando finishes like the Mandalorian verse finishes with a big like end game battle movie. That would be
That's what I'm
really nice.
thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because there was an interview where they asked John if it would lead to a movie, and he was like, "It's possible, bro." From the whole beginning, in my mind, I'm like, all these shows are gonna end up to an end game movie in the theaters, and everyone's gonna be fighting Thrawn. It's gonna be something
Yeah.
like cinematic, crazy like that. But for the Dave thing you were just saying, it kind of makes sense because like
Mm.
there were so many Rebels Easter eggs in Rogue One, like Chopper
Yeah.
was in the
The ghost
background.
chopper. Yeah.
They paged Captain Syndulla to come to the hangar and stuff. So
Mm.
wow, I'm gonna look into that. That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Sick. So, but yeah, like it's gonna end in a movie, man. So did
I
you
hope
hear
so.
about how John and Dave have another show that they're working on, and it's code
Yeah.
name Ghost Recon 17?
Mm. I heard about that.
Yeah, so I'm hoping at Celebration they announce what it is. I think it's like a Thrawn and Ezra show because it's called
Okay.
Ghost Recon
Yeah.
17, like Ghosts, like the Ghost Crew
Mm.
17, 2017. That's when Rebels came out. Like I think it's like kind of tied into something
Mm.
Rebels-ish.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I Star Wars Celebration this year. They're not streaming it on like YouTube.
I know that's one of the articles I'm gonna bring later. So we could talk about that now. But yeah, I saw that and I'm like, yo, that doesn't make sense because the past celebrations I've been to, they always stream
Mm.
the exhibit hall floor live, and then there's a live stage on the exhibit floor where guests come out and they interview them, and they
Mm.
would always stream that, but they won't stream in the big panels like where they show
Mm.
the trailers and stuff like that. So for London, I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe it's like a
Yeah.
European thing, like there's like laws or something with it being in Europe, streaming,
Maybe.
YouTube. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
It's annoying. I hope like the trailers they release. I hope they still put them out onto YouTube and social media. I really do
yeah,
because like last celebration, the Mando trailer was or teaser was revealed, but the internet didn't get that till months later. Like
months
there
later,
was
yeah.
fuzzy recorded versions of people in the audience,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I hope we get the Ahsoka show, and I hope they publicly release it. The Ahsoka show trailer.
I think
That
they
would be
are because of like the time. Oh, I don't know. I hope so, man. So
me
I'm
too.
gonna be there, and like I'm
Mm,
gonna be covering everything. So yeah, it sucks it's not streaming, but like I think people are gonna go crazy watching the stuff that I put on.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I pray that all the trailers we see they drop like right away. Because if not, like those 4 days, everyone's gonna be home. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, so
yeah.
I guess we'll see. But yeah, they're pretty much. I'm like 99% sure they're gonna have an Ahsoka panel where
Show
they're
me.
gonna show the trailer, probably maybe the release date or release month,
I hope
and
so.
just talk about the show and stuff. So
Yeah. John Favreau went out today saying the Ahsoka show's finished filming and it's ongoing
oh
visual effects. So I don't know when we're gonna get this show. We're getting it this year, but I hope winter for Australians. So I think that's summer for you, like July. Um,
yeah,
but it's probably gonna be end of the year, like being
yeah. I
realistic.
because I think Disney Plus is dropping like a Haunted Mansion movie in July or August, so they'll probably
Mm,
do Ahsoka like a month or two after that. So maybe September, October,
yeah, and then
possibly.
hopefully
But
that will lead into Skeleton Crew, unless that gets delayed to next
yeah,
year.
yeah, I bet you Skeleton Crew will probably be like early
Yeah.
2024. And that's another panel I think we'll see at Celebration
Mm,
is Skeleton Crew and maybe like a little teaser. Maybe we'll see more of the
mm.
cast. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming, man. We're gonna be busy
Yeah,
for
yeah. I
sure.
can't wait. It's gonna be a good time.
So yeah, that Mando episode, it was solid. But
Hmm.
what'd you think of the Bad Batch episode?
Oh, so I watched it yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and I wish I watched it straight after Mando. It was so good, bro.
It
Zilla
was.
Beast.
I lost it. And it's funny. I don't
Me
know if you
too.
saw my little reaction or clips I was putting up, but like the whole show, I'm like, man, that thing kind of reminds me of Zillow Beast. And then there
Hmm.
was another part where I was like, man, does this have to do with the Zillow Beast? And then when Tech said to Hunter that that creature is the same creature from the attack on Coruscant, I was like, it
Mm.
is Zillow Beast. And then when it
Oh,
grew to full size, I was like, yo, they had a baby
I know.
Zillow Beast. What the heck?
It was
So
such a nice callback too. OG Clone
Yeah,
Wars fans. It was
yeah,
so good. Oh,
I know. And like that's always like a storyline that I've always wanted to know what happened. Like they caught it, they kept it. Like clearly he wanted to clone it, whether it's
mm,
for
yeah,
armor or for like what to weaponize it.
mm,
And we never got nothing. Now with Mount Tansis, that should be like a
mm.
big storyline.
It could be. I feel like Star Wars going forward is all about cloning.
Yeah,
Like Zillo Beast, Grogu, Omega. It's
yeah,
all like surrounding cloning, and I guess they're gonna try to explain the somehow Palpatine returned. Um,
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, the sequels to me don't make sense. Especially
Oh
Rise of
yeah.
Skywalker with
Oh, it doesn't
how
make sense to anybody.
Palpatine returning. Like,
Yeah.
I hope John and Dave explain it. Or I don't care if they just move past it. Like, go do Old Republic
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. But if John and Dave eventually go that way, I trust whatever they do because
Mhm.
they'll fix it, enhance it, and make it decent.
Yes.
Just like how
Yeah.
Dave did with Clone Wars. Not that the prequels were bad, but like his
No.
Clone Wars show enhanced the prequel
Yeah.
trilogy and made it like a little bit next
Yeah.
level. If they do stuff like that to kind of make the sequels make a little more sense, I'm fine with it. Cause like
For
I
sure.
would love to see Snoke. That's the one thing. Like I wanted to
Yeah.
see Snoke. And like, when you first saw him in Force Awakens, I was like, yo, this dude's kind of cool. He looks badass, he's powerful. And then they chop him
Bro,
in half and do nothing with it.
I know.
So
All the
I,
theories around who Snoke was, and then in the end it
yeah,
was this Palpatine. It was so disappointing. Like
I
it could have
know.
been
So
something so big.
I'm hoping that they take something like with that and maybe he's a real guy and like there's some
Hmm.
badass stuff with him and then he dies and then they try to clone him because he was so badass they want to try to bring him back or something. But
Yeah. Because in that
whatever
one
John and
Mando,
Dave, yeah,
yeah, well, in that one Mando episode in season 2, The Siege, they're like walking through that room and there's like Bacta tanks and like it looks like Snoke is in one of them.
a little bit,
That was a
yeah,
massive. That
yep,
was a big tease.
yeah. Yeah. See where it goes with this
Mm.
season. I'm super hyped for I think it's episode 4 and 7 or 5 and 7, the one that Dave Filoni wrote.
Yeah,
He
episode
wrote
4, and that
he
comes episode 4 of Mando season 3.
yeah.
That comes out on mine and Theory's birthday. So I hope
Oh,
I
what an
hope it's the
awesome
Order
present.
66 flashbacks. I really do.
Oh, that was like birthday gift. Like
I
what?
know.
You guys have
Who
the
do you
same
reckon it is
birthday?
behind that door? Yeah, me and Theory have the same birthday. Like, what are the odds?
Oh, that's awesome. That's
I
so
know. What
random.
are the odds? Yeah, it is. Who
Would
do you
you
reckon is behind that door in Mando
say
flashbacks?
I mean, there's so many possibilities. It would be dope if it was Anakin. It would be sick
Mm-hmm.
if it was Palpatine.
Mm.
I want it to be Maul because, like,
Yeah, because we don't know where he
Maul,
goes.
after he left Ahsoka, he had the dark saber. He left.
Mm.
He could have went back to the Jedi Temple. He could have cut that door open. He could have took
Yeah,
Grogu just because he hates Palps and he knows Palps
yeah,
wants him. But
yeah,
realistically, they're not going to do that, man. I just would
yeah.
love it.
I
I
hope
think it.
it's Anakin and Palpatine coming through the door, and Anakin slices down the
Oh,
Jedi Masters in front of him. He's about to slice down Grogu, but Palpatine comes in and says, "No, Anakin, we need him," and Palpatine takes him. I hope that. It's
oh.
not. It's probably not. It's probably just like clone troopers or something. But hey,
Yeah, that would be sick, but that's too good. But like it's
yeah,
John and Dave. They might spoil us, but I think it might be like it'd be cool if it was like Quinlan Voss, since they name
mm,
dropped him in the Kenobi show. Like
yeah.
Quinlan's still around. Maybe he got him.
Ace
Um,
Windu.
I- oh, that would break the internet.
It would.
That would break the.
It won't
Oh.
happen. But
Yeah, yeah, not for like a flashback cameo like that, because then we're gonna want to know where's he at, what's he doing, like where has he been this whole time? He's alive, so I don't know, but I'm just wondering if they're gonna show it in one episode or tease it over two, like show that scene, the door starts to open, and then they cut to the current time and not show it to us till later or something like that. I just hope that doesn't happen because I
yeah,
know I'll be too
because
hyped.
they put like that little clip in the trailer. So if they put that in the trailer, I think for sure it's going to be a long scene
Yeah,
segment.
you're right. Yeah, because that's such a juicy gold moment. Like, why would you
Hmm.
waste that in a trailer
Yeah,
if it wasn't like gonna be a big? Yeah, you're right.
I hope it's
Oh,
at least half an episode long.
I think we'll get a couple minutes. I don't know about half. That would be amazing.
Bro, I want to see Anakin chopping down the Jedi Masters full
Yeah,
force,
that'd
and
be
then
so.
Grogu's there.
Yeah, I know. I guess we'll see, man. But yeah, it'll probably be a couple
Yeah,
episodes in. I think the one next week, since its title, The Minds of Mandalore, and everyone keeps saying there's a lot of Bo-Katan. I think we're gonna see the stuff in the trailer where he's exploring those tunnels and that weird creature jumps down and Grogu uses the Force.
yeah,
I think it's gonna be that, and then that one part where Bo-Katan was like to Grogu, "You didn't think your father was the only Mandalorian, did you?" I think that's gonna be in that episode next week.
yeah. Did you hear? Um, my mind's just gone blank. Did you hear John Favreau said Grogu was training with Luke for 2 years?
Yes, but then I don't know if you saw the short that Josh put up where he kind of backtracked that in another interview because someone else interviewed him and he was saying that, hey, you broke the internet earlier today when you said that he's been with Luke for 2 years. He like totally backtracked and he was like, he kind of ended up saying that it's anywhere from 0 to 2 years. Let's just say
Oh,
that. Yeah. So
it's like
watch out
yeah,
because
two
2 years
years
is
is
a long
yeah, that's a
time.
long time.
And like for us to be robbed of that. So I think when he said it in that initial interview, I think he meant it's been 2 years since the Mando finale,
Yeah,
and it got taken out of context. Because watch that
mm,
video, Josh. It's on his
yeah,
shorts on YouTube.
mm-hmm.
Like he changed it to saying 0 to 2 years, up to two
Oh,
years. So
okay, yeah,
yeah, man. I know. Everyone was making videos about that, theories about
yeah,
that, like the 2 years, like what's going on. But like he kind of backtracked on that a little bit, which I would have felt better if it was 2 years because he came back way too quick. I
he
love the
did.
little guy, but he came back
Yeah,
way too quick.
he did. I think so. And that finale of season 2 was sick as that was crazy. It broke the internet literally.
It did, bro.
And then having a few episodes. You know, I think the Book of Boba Fett's underrated.
Yeah,
I think it's overhated. Definitely underrated. Yeah, you know the Luke Grogu Mando stuff shouldn't have been in Boba's show.
it shouldn't.
It
Yeah.
fan service. You know they could have done it in Mando season 3, but I think because you know we hadn't had Mando for like 2 years, they wanted to give us something. Um, but then, you know, like the first 4 episodes of Bulba is like really good. How Bulba survived,
Yeah, I love that
I love that.
backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good character development. The
Mm,
only things I didn't like in Book of Boba was just how he kind of was softened. Like, bro, you're Boba Fett. You're the a badass bounty hunter. Like, you shouldn't take
I
nothing
know.
from
Yeah.
nobody. And then like the Vespa gang, like we could have did without them. But everything else was fire. Like, dude got
Yeah.
a Rancor, Black Chrysanthemum, freaking Cad Bane showed
He's
up.
not
Like,
dead. Cad Bane's not dead.
yeah, I
There's
think
no
we'll see
way.
him in Mando.
I hope so.
There's no way Dave is gonna bring his creation live action for
Mm,
1.5 episodes to get killed.
yeah. There's
So
no way. And his little droid thing on his chest was still beeping.
yeah, yep, yeah. So yeah, he's gonna come back. I bet you it'll
Yeah.
be in Mando. We'll see him in one of the episodes.
I hope so.
But those two Mando episodes in Book of Boba, yeah, you're right. Like they probably shouldn't have been in there. I mean, they were probably some of the best Star Wars episodes
Mm,
ever of a TV
yeah.
show,
Definitely.
but it robbed my man Boba of two
Yeah.
episodes. He wasn't even in the Mando one at
I
all.
know, right?
Like
At all.
at
Like you're
all.
watching the Bulba show and you don't see him.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, maybe if they made the show longer, um, then it could have been okay. But then again, it's a Boba show every episode. It's Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. And it was only 7 episodes, right? So he didn't
Yeah.
even get like a full season. So he really
Oh,
got 5 episodes.
I'm so annoyed that Kenobi got episodes and Andor gets 12.
Yeah, that grinds my gears, the budget that Andor had. And because
I
like
know.
Andor visually looked amazing. Like
Mhm.
it kind of bored me personally,
Me
but it
too.
looked great.
It did.
But like, why didn't they put that love, care, and money into freaking Kenobi?
Exactly.
So hopefully we get a Kenobi season 2 and they like
I hope so.
redeem themselves and
Me
break the
too.
bank.
Because I didn't
But
like the Kenobi show. I didn't
you
like
what'd you say about the Kenobi show?
I didn't like that show.
Really? At
I
all?
I didn't. You know, the fights are sick in episode 6.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
flashbacks in episode 5. Those flashbacks were weak as. They could have been so much better.
Yeah.
You know, Qui-Gon coming back, yeah, breaks canon. That was cool. Um, but it felt so small. Like
Yeah,
it
it
felt so
did.
small. It did not feel like a Star Wars show.
Uh
And you know, it was, you know, the fight when between Vader and Kenobi in episode 6. That was amazing. Like I was going crazy. But
beautiful.
overall, the whole show, yeah, I can't rewatch it. I can't. I get angry.
Nah, I feel you on that. For me, a lot of it is just the nostalgia. Like I'm just happy to see
Yeah.
Hewan and Hayden,
Yeah,
and
me too.
I mentally block out the rest. The one
Yeah.
thing I hated the most, and not that I hate the character, it just was Riva. Like I just it felt out of place, it felt forced, and like if you would have threw Riva in Andor, I would have loved it because like
Yep.
she would have been an inquisitor.
Yep.
She was a Jedi that turned to the dark side to kill Jedi. I was like, that concept is fire.
It
But
is.
like, I'm not watching Kenobi for Riva. I'm watching it for Hewan
Exactly.
and Hayden. That's
Yeah.
it.
And
So,
Riva, you know, getting stabbed again at the end of episode
oh
5.
God, bro.
And then the
Oh,
start of episode 6, she's just on Tatooine.
that grinds my gears so bad because nobody survives from getting hit by Anakin and Vader, and then like
Crazy.
you're alive knowing who Luke is. It doesn't make sense. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Like Kenobi just let her
So
go.
yeah,
But
man.
anyway,
That's yeah. So all
John
right.
and
So let
Dave should
me.
have done the Kenobi show.
Oh, it would. We would have been crying. It would have been a masterpiece, like a masterpiece. And
It
that
would
should have
have.
been an alley oop too. Like Kenobi show has to be the best content ever,
Yeah.
and it wasn't.
Yeah. I think it was just a
So
quick cash grab for them. But
yeah.
I hope they do season 2 and, you know, redeem themselves, as you said.
No, me too. All right. So I got a few articles here. The first one, I don't know if you saw this, but the Cobb Vanth actor breaks his silence on the Book of Boba. So he didn't really break his silence. Have you seen this article yet?
I saw it on Twitter, but I haven't read it. Like saying that he
So
wouldn't
the
say anything if he was back.
yeah, so basically they asked him like, are you coming back? And he basically just said that if he knew he wouldn't say shit. It's this exact
Yeah.
the exact thing
Yeah.
he said. But I'm like 99% sure he's gonna pop up. Like, come on, he's gonna be in Mando
Yeah.
eventually. Do you think he's gonna
I
show
hope
up in the
so.
show?
I think so. Maybe at the end. I feel like this season's gonna focus a lot more on the Mandalorians, but there's so much to do. It's like it's
Yeah.
so much. I think so.
Yeah, I think he'll show up. Maybe there's one of the episodes, I forgot which one it is. Maybe the fifth one. The director, I didn't know who he was, and I looked it up, and he was one of the directors from the
For
Book of
Boba
Boba
Fett.
Fett.
Yeah. So
So I'll
maybe that
put my
episode.
money
Yeah.
that episode he'll pop up, and then maybe this next guy will pop up. So I don't know if you saw this one. Mando season 3, Disney spoils return of a major character. Have you heard anything about this?
I have not. No, I don't think.
So the Disney account in China, I think it was China, they posted this saying for Mando season 3, the original team is back in a big way. Mandalorian Din Djarin and Baby Yoda Grogu, which they spelled wrong, are about to unveil a new adventure. Add the amazing bounty hunter Boba Fett with other old allies and new enemies. This is the way. So they had that up for
Yes,
a day and they had to take it down. We all kind of knew Boba would be in it, but like that kind of like
he better be. But
solidifies it. Yeah, what do you think
hope
about
he gets
that?
his. I hope he gets his return. Like his revenge on Mando for taking his episodes. But no, I hope
Yeah,
I hope we see Boba. Boba's a sick character. I love him, and I love Tim. No, Tim Morrison.
yeah, he's so awesome. I met him in Anaheim. This dude
Yeah.
is so cool. I went and I did a photo op, and I was wearing a Boba Fett T-shirt, and it was him and Daniel Logan. So when I went in, I was saying hi to them, and Tamara was like, "That's a nice shirt you have on there. I should take it off for you. I like that shirt." Like he's just so cool and
Yeah,
so
I love him,
funny.
man.
Oh, but yeah, hopefully he comes back, and I want him to be Mando Boba, not Book of Fett
Yeah,
Boba,
me too.
because Mando
I
Boba is peak Boba. Like,
but I hope he's playing Rex in Ahsoka.
oh, so I don't. So yes, I'm like 87% sure he kind of has to be. I
Yeah.
think I think Dave is gonna take all the toys out of the toy box for Ahsoka because there was leaked concept art. Well, it's not leaked concept art. There was concept art from Rebels they never did where it's Ahsoka riding a Loth Wolf and Rex riding a Loth Wolf
Oh yeah.
with her. So
Yeah.
there's that exists, and for the set of Ahsoka, people saw they made a Loth Wolf, like an actual physical one, for her to ride. So in the
Dude.
Ahsoka show, we should see her riding a Loth Wolf, and if they do what they did in that like concept art, and it's Rex on a Loth Wolf with Ahsoka, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Me too. I feel like the Ahsoka show, every episode, we're gonna lose our minds multiple times. That show, like all the leaks for it,
Yeah,
if they're all
no,
true, that show is gonna be the best Star Wars show.
it is like I think it might blow Mando out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because I have a huge connection with Clone Wars and Rebels, and
Mm.
it's basically Rebels season 5 in live action. That Ahsoka show is gonna break the internet, especially I think we're gonna get Hayden a few times in there in
Yes.
flashbacks in Revenge of the Sith clothing, and I think in Force Ghost form in some episodes.
Oh, I hope so. Or
We're not ready.
imagine Ahsoka and Luke talking to Force Ghost Anakin.
Yo, I talked about that on someone's stream or maybe one of these podcasts, but like imagine Luke telling Ahsoka that Anakin
Anakin.
redeemed himself and then he just
Yes.
appears.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah, man. That would be like, bro, that I'd be like Theory in the finale seeing Luke. I'm gonna be crying,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah.
that is be so emotional and so deep. Oh, yeah, man. I'm super hyped for that panel in London to just to see Dave come out
Yeah.
and them talk about it. So I'll probably be well no, they yell at you if you have your phone out because I was gonna say I would try to tweet everything, but man, they're strict in those panels.
Really.
If you have your phone out, camera out, like no, they yell at you real quick.
Really. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So speak of the devil, Ahsoka.
Uh-huh.
So Ahsoka Disney Plus show gets an exciting new trailer update. So I think they kind of talk about how we should get the trailer at Celebration.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that means it should get released like to everybody.
I hope so. I bloody hope so.
Yeah, man. But like it just
I create.
worries me how because like how you said before, the Mando trailer was at Anaheim and we didn't
Yeah.
get that for months after.
Yeah.
I know Marvel does that a lot. Like at San Diego Comic Con, they'll have trailers, and we don't get it
Mm.
till like way later.
Yeah.
Every celebration, Star Wars typically will drop it right when the panel is done. So hopefully they do that. Like they need to, man. If not, I'm gonna try to like get a small hidden camera and I'm gonna record it for you guys. I'm gonna leak it,
Yeah.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leak it for the world
Yes.
because it's
Yes,
gonna be
please.
too epic.
Oh, I know. I just can't imagine what's gonna be in the trailer.
So at Anaheim, there was a Mando Plus panel, and John and Dave came out. I love those guys. So
Yeah.
they came out, they were talking about Mando, but then towards the end, they started to talk about Ahsoka. And at that point, Ahsoka literally was only filming for 7 days. So I figured they're not going to show us nothing. They just started and they showed us a little bit of footage. So we got to see. Have you seen the leaked Ahsoka stuff from Anaheim?
Yeah, I have in the Ghost, and they like walk in through. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was dope because you see the mural from the end of Rebels. So
Yeah.
that's a real thing. You see Sabine like from the back looking at the mural.
Hmm.
You see Hera from the back walking through the cockpit of the Ghost.
Yeah.
You see what looks like a kid's hand or a smaller person's hand trying to use the Force on a table. It looks like in the Ghost to make some stuff move. And like I think it's Jason Sindula, bro. I think we're
It's
gonna
gotta
get
be.
live
Oh
action.
my god. It's
Yeah.
gotta be.
And then I don't think they showed Chopper in the trailer, the little bit of footage we saw, but he came out on stage. So
Yeah, I saw
Chopper
that.
came out, Rosario came out, Sabine came out. So Yeah, man,
Yeah,
it's gonna be sick in London for sure.
I will be.
So
I
that was actually
really
the
wish I
next
was going.
article. Yeah. Oh, bro, you got to go to. You have to like add that to your bucket list to go to one of the celebrations. Whether I
I
think we talked
definitely
about it,
will.
2025. If it's in Orlando, you
Yeah,
were thinking about going, right?
yeah, because there's not going to be one next year. Next year's my last
Yep.
year of school. 2025, I'm out of school. I'm done. So I'm definitely going.
Nice. Yeah, like so April 10th is the last day of Anaheim of London celebration, and they have the closing ceremonies panel is the last panel of the day where they wrap up recap everything from the weekend, and then they
Yep.
also announce and confirm the exact dates and location of the next celebration. So that Monday, April 10th, it's going to be all over the internet where when and where it's going to be, so you could kind of like plan it out, the
Gonna
dates,
have to
or if
book
it's
straight
Orlando.
away. Do they put tickets on sale straight away?
No, so
Okay.
usually it would be, yeah, no, you have plenty of time. So my
Okay, good.
predictions from being at a couple celebrations and like seeing, because the first one I went to was 2017 Orlando, and then we
Yeah.
had a year break, and then 2019 was Chicago. I believe tickets went on sale 2018 for Chicago in
Yeah.
like June. So like say if they announce it's wherever it is 2025, I think it'll be next year, June of
Okay, cool.
2024 is probably when tickets will go on sale.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, the tickets aren't too pricey usually though. If you try to get the Jedi, it is, but it's worth it, but it's impossible to get. But like usually the 4-day pass is like 180 or 190
Yeah.
that'll cover all 4 days to get in.
That's good. That's a
So,
good price.
yeah, so it's well worth it, but yeah, stay
Except
tuned.
Australian money sucks. So like
Oh,
180
yeah.
USD is like nearly 300 Australian.
Wow, that's crazy. And then that flight over here is like something wild, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I bought Theory Sabers. I got one, and so they were 900 USD.
Damn,
900
nice.
USD,
Uh-huh.
1400 Australian.
Wow, that hurts, man. That's
I
crazy.
know. Yeah.
That saber is gorgeous though. When I saw he posted
I
the
know. It'll be
picture,
worth it when I get it.
it looks
Can't
so
wait.
unique and so different, but it still feels like so Star Wars.
Yeah, and the
So
sound fonts that are going to be on it. Oh, I can't wait to get it.
yeah, it's amazing. But
Yeah,
yeah, I know that flight from Australia out here is wild. I know
yeah,
Hannah from the race side was saying
yeah,
2025, if it's in Orlando, that she's coming for sure. So
yeah, yeah.
what like do you know what part of Australia she's from? Is she kind of by you? Or are you like Australia's pretty big, right?
Yeah. So we have different time zones. Like, I'm in
Really?
Queensland. I think I might be wrong, but I think she said she was in South Australia. I think
Uh-huh.
she said that once. I might be wrong. Um, I don't think she's in Queensland or New South Wales. Maybe Victoria.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, man, celebration will be it's definitely something you want to experience as a Star
I
Wars
hope it's in
fan.
Australia one year. I really do.
Yo,
But I feel like we're
yeah,
too small. I don't think it will because we're too small.
that would be I would go in a heartbeat, bro. I'd
Yeah.
go so quick. That'd be such an adventure to
It'd
check
probably
that
be
out.
in Melbourne.
Yeah. And the crazy thing, so back in 2019 in Chicago, so I used to watch Theory back then, but like I didn't like I wasn't subscribed. I wasn't on
Yeah.
YouTube that much, but I knew kind of who he was. I saw him
Mm.
in Chicago on the floor because I remember walking, and he had like 4 or 5 people kind of around him, just
Yeah.
talking to him, like getting pictures, talking to him. And I'm looking, and I'm like, who is that dude? And I'm like, oh, that's the Star Wars dude from YouTube. I know him.
Oh, that's
But then I
crazy.
just kept moving. But yeah, because he was out there. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we already covered this article, but yeah, it just sucks, man.
I
For
know.
everyone that's not going. I really think it has to be because of like a European law or something like that. Because
Uh,
it makes no
yeah.
sense that you don't want to
It doesn't.
advertise.
It doesn't make any sense. I hope they like are able to. I don't know if it is a law, they can't do anything about it. But if it's not, I hope they change their mind because there's still what a month and a week,
Yep.
just under a month and a week
Yep.
until celebration. So I hope they change their minds. What if it's a
Yeah.
law then? That's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. So the next one I had, so Anthony Mackie from Marvel, he
Hmm.
wants to be in Star Wars. So this
Yeah,
article, I think that it's like the info in here. I remember hearing this about him a while ago, so I don't really think it's new info. But he just said he would love to be anything in Star Wars because he's a big Star
yeah,
Wars fan too. What do you think about that? If he were to come to the Star
yeah.
Wars
No,
universe?
I think that would be cool. But I feel like Star Wars when it's a big actor that that you know of in another role, it kind of takes you out of it. Like Star Wars is
Yeah.
better when it's unknown actors, but I think it
Yep.
would be cool. He's great in Marvel. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be cool. I just don't know what I would see him as. Like, I feel like somebody working like for the rebellion, like sneaking people around and stealing stuff, and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know. Like the Last of Us show. Whenever I watch that and Joel is speaking, I just think of Mando because
Yeah,
that's
I
how I
know.
know Pedro Pascal's voice. I close my eyes and that's Mando's talking.
Yeah, especially certain things where, yeah, there's certain parts where he says it sounds like something Mando would say.
Yeah,
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 bro. It's hilarious. Yeah, I
yeah,
can't unhear anything that he's in. Is That's all I hear is Din Djarin. That's
yeah,
all I
yeah.
hear
Me
for
too.
him. So
Yeah.
all right, so up next, I got just two like new collectibles that are coming out. Before I show them, so what kind of Star Wars collectibles do you collect? I see you got Funko Pops.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have lots of Funko Pops. Well, not lot. I want to get more. I do.
yeah,
Um. I really do want to collect like heaps. I want to build it up to the roof. So like start it here and go all the way to the roof, or
yep.
get like some shelves in my room. I don't have many Funko Pops. You should see my brother's room. My brother's room.
He's
Jesus,
got a
I don't
lot.
know. Oh my God, it's crazy. Um,
Yeah,
but I got I've got Ben Solo. I wish this was Kylo. I got this for Christmas this year. I wish it
Ben
was Kylo,
Solo.
but it's still
Yeah,
sick. It's from Rise when he like kills or beats the Knights of Ren.
yep.
Um, and I got Gold Yoda.
That's dope. Yeah, that was a Walmart exclusive here in the States.
Was it? Yeah, it says special edition on this. I don't know
Yep,
where I got it. Um, Princess Leia.
classic. Yeah, that was Amazon out here.
Yeah. Uh, and then a special edition of Luke Skywalker.
The
This
comic
one's
book
pretty sick.
series. Yeah, I
Uh,
got that one too. I love that
yeah,
one. It's so
yeah,
dope.
it's
Yeah.
sick. Um, and then I have Luke Skywalker with Grogu. This is probably my favorite one.
I still need to pick that one up, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one is so
I love it.
fire. Yeah.
I love it. And then I have Ahsoka, which is nice. When I was getting this one,
Oh,
I was either
nice.
gonna get this one or the Clone Wars version of Ahsoka,
Yeah, they're both
but
cool.
I got this one. And then I have Baby Yoda,
Yes, the child.
Grogu. Before he had a name. This was my first ever Funko.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
And then I see you got the alligator Loki. I used to have that one
Yeah.
too. So
You
dope.
used to? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my only Marvel one. I want to get Spider Man. Um, and then I have a Pokemon one. I don't know what this is. Don't know where it came from. I found it in my
Uh-huh.
garage. I don't know where it came from.
Bulbasaur.
I
Nice.
have no idea where it came from. I don't know. Maybe when I was like 8, I was into Pokemon a lot, like the cards, and so maybe
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got it then. I literally didn't even know I had it.
Nice, nice. All
Yeah.
right, so the collectibles I'm gonna have one is for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and the pictures just came out a couple days ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty dope." So it is a Executor Super Star Destroyer.
Oh,
So I
that's one
saw
thing I
that, I'm
don't
like,
have as much Lego.
"Yeah, me either," because it's a dangerous rabbit hole. Because like usually you can't stop at one, but this
Oh
one is
yeah,
pretty badass
my brother's room is full of Lego. He can't put anything more, and he has about I would say 20 unbuilt Legos in the box in
in
his wardrobe
boxes
because he got
still.
nowhere to put them
Yeah.
now. Literally.
That is hilarious. So
I
yeah,
know.
and then here's a picture of it out of the box. I like how it has the little ones next to it, kind of like
Oh yeah,
attached and floating.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's super super dope. So that was one new thing. There wasn't a whole lot of new stuff. I was trying to find more stuff that's coming out. the last one that I have, and I'm getting this right away because I'm big on helmets, like really, really big. Like I don't know if you can see
I
back
want
there. Yeah, I got a
helmets. Yeah.
bunch. They're dropping the
I got
Axe Wolves helmet.
That's sick. I want to get
Yeah.
helmets. Like I want to get like the Black Series. They're like so
Yep.
expensive, like $200 each
Oh,
over
over
here.
over there. Yeah. Ah, that sucks, man.
Like 200 to 300. I was gonna get a Mando one because I love Din's helmet. Like
Oh, it's
pure
beautiful.
chrome. I love it.
Yeah.
Boba Fett's, um, a clone trooper, phase one. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
I
I
love
have.
helmets.
Yeah, yeah. I have a phase one. They're releasing the phase two. It's coming out soon, so I have that one on pre-order. The Clone Trooper phase
Oh, okay.
two.
Oh, that's
Super
cool.
excited for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the only other thing I wanted to ask you was, I know Theory mentioned it on his live the other day, but are you running his Theory's clips channel,
So
or
I'm
you're just
making him.
making the clips for him? Yeah.
So I'm making clips for Theory Talks Arcade and Star Wars Theory. There's like I've
Uh
made
huh.
heaps, and there's like a ton he hasn't posted. I don't know. He's like, oh, I got a ton to post. Um, but yeah, I've made like heaps. I made like nearly 100 for Theory Talks. Um, and
Nice.
I made a lot from his interview with Nick Gillard. Um,
Yeah, I've seen all
and
those. Oh, so you made all those?
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm also creating clips for Arcade. Arcade's the hardest one to get clips for. Because like
Is it? Why is that?
you have to sit through so much footage of just dead
Oh,
gameplay, and I'm
yeah,
like,
because
what do
he
I
plays
clip?
like 2, 3, 4 hours.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
his Harry Potter Hogwarts stream, there's like that game. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but that game seems so dull, and I can't find anything to clip. So I asked him last night if
Oh,
I can go back to like his old streams and like his horror when he plays horror games. So many clips out of that. Um,
yeah.
and he said, he said sure. So currently making some of his Phasmophobia streams, and yeah, some good ones there.
Nice. So how did he ask you, or you kind of asked him? Like, how did that
Um,
relationship build to be working
so
for him?
my fan page on Instagram of him, I uploaded like a few clips, and then he messaged me on Instagram and he
Oh,
said, "Hey bro, I've noticed all your clips. What do you think about making clips for me? I'd pay you." And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
that's
definitely, hundred
so
percent."
sick.
And so
Oh
yeah, I'm doing it a lot
man.
now. Yeah,
That's a
it's
great
good.
opportunity, especially for like as
Mm,
young as you are to get your foot in
yeah,
the door that early,
yeah.
and you're making constant consistently. I wish I was doing that when I was younger, man. Like, oh man, that's so good, bro. That's so
I've
awesome.
kind of put like school, like I've kind of kicked school out the door.
Uh-huh.
Like I just don't have time for school, and I hate school. I hate it. 2 years left. I really need to knuckle down these last 2 years. Like I get good grades, but like now it really
Yeah.
counts. So I actually have to study. Um, I'm on exam block right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I hate school. Hate it.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so that's pretty much all I have. So what do you have coming up soon that everyone could look forward to and come to your channel and check out?
Just March is big. March is massive. There's so much happening in March. There's a big movie every single week this month. And then there's The Last of Us for the next 2 weeks. There's Mando and Bad Batch.
Yep.
So me and my co-host, we're uploading 5 days a week. We're going Monday Last of Us, review. Tuesday
Hmm.
Mandalorian episode predictions for the next episode. Wednesday
Nice.
Mandalorian review. Thursday a movie review for whatever movie comes out that week, and then Friday Bad Batch review. And then if any big news comes up, we'll cover it and do 2 uploads a day. Um, it's a big month. It's a big month.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So for everyone watching and listening, definitely check out in the description. I'm going to put all his info. Subscribe,
Thanks, man.
follow this man. This guy is more consistent than me. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. That'll be it
Yeah,
for
for
this
sure.
episode of Sith Talk. We'll see you guys next week. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye, everybody.